All right, this demon is stalking on behalf of the gang members. He is a gang member. Again, gang stalking at the Ontario Town Square, and the vagina monitors are stalking in a helicopter as he is documented, and I publish it onto X and Threads. That's engaged the pattern of conduct, okay? This is the entity that is fully engaged in what is violence against women while they're engaged in that pattern of conduct with the police department. None of them are men. And this is the basis of federal prison. This is exactly what employee 4398 is engaging in as well with Omnitrans. This is P.O.C. The entity is engaged in this with Mike LORENZ. They bear weapons, engage in kidnapping, criminal summoning, while they're engaging in surveillance with the people of the state. This is P.O.C. While he's picking up dog poo, he's engaging in the elements of monitoring. In the engineer light, stalking. This is a vagina monitor himself, stalking a woman in the middle of the night. These are the cowards that are going to federal prison. This is the pattern of conduct. This is P.O.C. This is the entity that's staring at his device, stalking with the police department. This is the pattern of conduct. This is why they're all over the internet. They don't have any privacy. They're violent sex offenders. They're threats to women and children, okay? And they're doing so with their demon-possessed spouses, their demon-possessed kids. That's why they gang stalk his families. That's why they're engaging in this and as a matter of public corruption. This is P.O.C. This coward is on the internet because that's exactly what he's engaging in. And this is where the entity is engaging what is stalking by flying in circles over me as I put the federal prosecution of the U.S. government on the internet. Mike LORENZ is going to prison. Just like you know that while I'm at the Fontana Lewis Library, Mike LORENZ is going to federal prison. He's not the only one, but he's going to be made what is a banner regarding putting terrorists away. Terrorists that commit murder, that stalk and sexually violate women, that they're gang stalking as a population. These are demons. These are not men. These are demons. This is P.O.C. It is currently, by the way, 10:24 p.m. This is at the Ontario Town Square where the gang stalkers are not a police department. They're engaging in what is, like I stated, and like the evidence shows, gang stalking by a population. Holding out anything. The dog is a prop. Their babies are a prop. Going to the ATM is a prop. Working in the library is a prop. The entities engaging in this P.O.C. as a population in an engineered environment. This is P.O.C. and it's criminal. Okay, the entities engage in this while they are keeping the evidence that prosecuting them under surveillance, which is a basis to put Mike LORENZ in prison, and Mike LORENZ is not getting out of prison when this is the case. And everyone that Mike LORENZ is targeting me with, which are the people of the state, are going to be subject to that ongoing federal consequence as well. This is P.O.C. Ontario Wells Fargo at 241 North Euclid Avenue, the John Stewart Company, the Ontario Senior Citizen Apartment Complex, the Downtown Ontario Luxury Apartments are monitoring what this demon that's maintaining activity while he's pacing all around. They're in this parking lot, in their vehicles, stalking in the path. They're in the parking garage and at the Tesla charge stations, residing in relevant position, gang stalking on the roads and the highways, at the Wells Fargo, stalking at the traffic lights, and maintaining presence. Metro 102 Apartments, the entity that's engaged in this P.O.C., and that's the Ontario International Airport back here where there is no airport and they're sharing in the P.O.C. This is the entity that's going to prison. These demons are not going to be free. They're going to prison. This is the P.O.C. And this is exactly what the city of Fontana is engaged in. Amazon Prime flying over the top of my head at the Stater Brothers in Fontana, that's a stalker. And that's exactly why they go to prison when they say anything to you and you document them. All the ones that are engaged in that, they're all going to federal prison. Every single last one of them. You've witnessed them engage in what is harassment. You've witnessed them engage in criminal summoning when they're the psychopaths. You witnessed them engaging in what is threatening to engage in physical violence and actually engaging in physical violence while they're gang stalking. Every single last one is documented and they're going to prison. This is why. This is P.O.C. It's currently, by the way, like I stated, where the entity isn't, that's the Ontario International Airport, stalking with the people, pacing around with a dog walker in the middle of the night, a vagina monitor that's stalking in the middle of the night. And this is, again, this is a co-conspirator of murder. And this is how devoted a demon-possessed people are. And this is the exposure of that system. This is the beast system. And they are no magical people whatsoever. They're merely demon-possessed. And this is the entirety of that system. This is the entity that is, again, prosecuting Paul Leon. He's not staying in office. And he's being federally prosecuted for conspiring murder as a terrorist leader, seeking to conceal that by sitting in office and also being what is a fake pastor. Okay? That is criminal activity that he's engaging in with the fake church he has on Euclid Avenue in Ontario, California, Hope Church. There is no hope for Leon, and there's no hope for the people of the state. They're engaged in this criminal activity that was never supposed to be exposed. And Mike Leon is engaged in, Mike LORENZ and Paul Leon sharing what is defaming my character in order to accomplish murdering me with the people of the state that are gang stalking, just like you see this third party is doing here. They do this as a population, including, as you see, as I go from city to city, sharing in that POC. All right, this is POC. It is currently, like I stated, 10:28 p.m. The airport's being shut down. There will be no fire department. Michael Gherkin's a vagina monitor, engaging in surveillance, aiding in what is the conspiracy to murder me, to get away with stealing my money while keeping me under surveillance. In furtherance of doing so, the Ontario police are being disbanded, and that agency is going to be prosecuted with my evidence, documenting them as stalkers. They're going to prison and engaging in what is kidnapping me. All the ways in which they are in stalking, including when I encounter them at the Ontario Police Department, they're going to prison. They're stalking at that department. This is POC. It is currently 10:28 p.m. This is what they did last night, by the way, when I got off the bus, and they were focusing the helicopter activity over there at Metro 102. They're concentrating it here where I'm located, which is where the airport is stalking. There's no terminals where flights are going to be hovering over this Ontario Civic Center. Neither are the Ontario Police Department a police department engaging in anything other than that documented pattern of stalking. And the people of the state are surrounded with evidence, putting them in prison. Every syllable that came out of their mouths, I've documented them engaging in what is harassment because they're caught engaging in what is stalking, and they're hostile demons who are psychopathic. They are going to prison. That's the government that's engaging what is trying to cuss me out because you're gang stalking, engaging what is threatening to put your hands on me when you're gang stalking. The government that pulls out a helicopter as you're documented, these are cowards and they're punks and they're obsessed with my vagina. They're going to prison while they're speaking, which is threatening you as the state, while they are stalking in planes and helicopters and in the middle of the night, invested in murder. This is POC. This is the city of Ontario, all right? Man is engaged in what is ongoing pacing. POC, he was monitoring what I'm uploading online. The entity pulls out the helicopter as I put this demon and his criminal conduct on X and Threads, and then the entity starts pacing by helicopter, which is the basis of federal prison. POC.